What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, I hope this is a group making their debut on the channel tonight. We have, it just says O.A.R, so I'm assuming that's the name of the band. We have O.A.R. Yes, indeed. How about that? O.A.R making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity bot, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Stephen Harlan, and Stephen Harlan wanted to see me react to this song by O.A.R called Crazy Game of Poker.
Whoa, 3 aces!
Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a minute, hang on, I recognize this, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is one of those times where the requester had a very specific request to me when I was gonna react to this song. The requester has asked for no pausing. It says right there in the notes, so I'm not gonna be pausing during this. I did explain to Steven that when I don't pause, the chances of the video game blocked are gonna be significantly higher, and even said he understood, so okay. This was posted by Matthew Mullins. Cool. And the video has 1.1 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. O.A.R, Crazy Game of Poker, live at Madison Square Garden. They're playing at the Garden, huh? All right. I wonder, the more I'm looking at that, I'm wondering if this is an acronym, but if it was an acronym, there'd be periods in between each one, right? It'd be O period, A period, R period. So I'm thinking it's O.A.R, but it's in all caps, though. It's driving me nuts. I'm not sure which one it is at this point. Yikes! 12:49. Well, okay, I'm actually grateful now that I'm grateful I was told not to pause. Good Lord, 12:49? My goodness. All right, well, better be entertaining as hell. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
And this is how it sounded at the end of the day. To my left is falling down. Johnny the load up in the royal flush. I had 3 shots and a pair of 9. My mind is turning just a shot more. Not much left to play. Then you walk in bag on top. What am I? Lucky it wasn't the county cop, 'cause I'm just running out of my for game 2. What to do, my wallet skin thinning? I just lost my watch last night. Well, I've got problems, what? So gotta throw it all down. Hey. That was crazy. Well done. Was up for game 3. I could never see the bourbon drowning next to me. I just lost it all. This man sitting next to me, red with smiling eyes. It's funny, I don't have no money tonight. Oh no. That was a crazy day of poker. I lost it all. But someday I'll be back again. Oh, never to fall, never to fall. I asked someone to do something in his head. He walked in behind me and I did not turn around. So I heard that sound, feet falling on that ground. Look over my shoulder and I saw me a clown. I said, "Now what y'all doing in the garden tonight?" So I asked Johnny, "What you doing tonight?" He said, I say, oh, you say revolution, you say child. I say now, oh, you say revolution. May God be with me. No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah. New York City style. You see the music, it got me deep in my gut. I cannot feel it no more. It's taking over everything that I got, every blood and every pore. You see, for me, the music got it right, the rhythm got me beat tonight. I'd like to give it all. Like to give it, would you give it right back? Say yeah, say yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, 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 yeah. I need a little rhythm from a rhythm. So here I am, playing a game with the devil himself. He got his eyes peeled straight on me, try to take away my wealth. And that's fine, cause the dollars don't make any sense to me at all. You can pile them chips high as you want, but you're never gonna have it all. And you can run just as fast as you want to, but you're stuck with yourself till the end. Find yourself running round in circles, looking for your oldest friend. You can stack your chips as high as you'd like, but you can never get it all. So when the devil took my money, man, he took my gold, he took my wallet, and he took my watch, and that was fine with me, because he cannot ever get my soul, won't ever get it, no. So from the front to the back row, let me know, did you have a good time tonight? So from the front to the back row, let me know, did you have a good time tonight? So rise on up to that highest mountain top. Get on top of the garden, let them know we were here tonight. Don't you ever quit, don't ever stop, don't give a shit. Cause you get the drop, and you don't ever quit, and you should never stop. Cause I got the drop, and you all got eyes, 2 eyes just like mine. Feeling mighty full, you gotta find. I drank a bottle of whiskey before I came to the place to see what's the same. I saw my man named John sitting across the table from me. To my left he was a man, you see, he had no chin. He didn't really think about stepping my sin. I say that man to my right, he wouldn't feel it mighty nice. He must have looked kinda mad, I think I felt kinda bad. That I'm kinda struggling. I love my honey bunny, I don't know what to say anymore. I just gotta get out the front door. So I asked Johnny, what you doing then? I said, oh, you say revolution, and you say ja. I say no, you say revolution, and you say ja. I say oh, and you say revolution, and you say ja. I say oh, you say revolution. May God be with me. We watch over us tonight. God be with me. I could show you just a little more of your life. Thanks for making it happen twice.
Oh, man. Whew, 12:49. Yeah, it felt like it. It definitely felt like it. Okay, let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review. And, let me get my notes together, too. I took a bunch of notes here, so. Let me get my notes together. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was... I hope this is right. That was O.A.R with Crazy Game of Poker. This was a request from Stephen Harlan. Okay, I got a lot to say, so I'm gonna do my best to keep this as short as possible, but it's not gonna be a short review. I'm just telling you right now. Look, we had a 12-minute and 49-second song, okay? What did you think was going to happen when it came to the review? Were you really thinking this was going to be a, 3-minute, 5-minute review? Come on. If that's what you really thought, you clearly have not been following the channel for very long. All right, let's start off with the score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.4. Yep, 7.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, let's start off with the length of the song. 12 minutes and 49 seconds. It felt like it. It definitely felt like it. Time did not fly on this song for me. This did not feel like an 8-minute song. This did not feel like a 10-minute song. No, this felt like between 12 to 13 minutes long. Now, the good news is, it didn't feel like a 15-minute long song. It didn't feel like a 17-minute long song. It didn't feel like a 14-minute long song. No, it felt pretty accurate. 12:49, yeah, I believe it. I absolutely believe it, and that's about how it felt. So it was hitting for par, okay? Time didn't fly, but time didn't drag. So it kind of broke even there, okay? No pun intended. Crazy game of poker. Break even. Anyway, I cracked myself up. Okay, so here's the thing. I got a whole bunch of notes here. The song had a nice upbeat feel, yet relaxed. That was important. It had the relaxed feel, but it was still an upbeat tempo and upbeat pacing, so it didn't feel like a snooze fest. It definitely pushed. It definitely kept moving, and that was important, especially considering how long the song was. If that did not happen, if the upbeat feel was not there, if the upbeat tempo was not there, and it was just a nice relaxed song for 12:49, there is a very good possibility I probably would have fallen asleep. That never happened, so we're definitely in good company there. They did a lot of play on feel, and then there were times they didn't just play on the feel, they actually changed the feel. Like, there were some times where it felt like, they went into halftime, but they really didn't. They gave it a halftime feel, but it didn't really go into halftime. And then there were other times where it actually did go into halftime. Same thing with double time. Now, I'm really curious. When it came to the double time parts, they didn't play with feel. They actually just switched to double time. But they didn't do that with the halftime feel. With the halftime feel, they sometimes they went to the halftime feel, but it was just a play as opposed to other times where they actually did change to halftime. So I wonder why they didn't give it the same treatment when it came to the double time. Why didn't they give it a double time feel on occasion? They just switched straight up to double time. I don't know why that was, but in any case, they were moving around a lot. That definitely helped keep the song interesting. It definitely helped keep the listener vested. So good on them. playing up with styles in this. They play with a whole bunch of different styles. They had that laid back kind of feel for the most of the song. They went into a funk feel. They went into a Caribbean feel. They went into a reggae feel. They went into a straight ahead rock feel. They were all over the place with their feels. Again, helping to keep the listener vested, helping to keep the listener's attention. Remember, human beings, adult human beings, have an attention span of about 8 seconds. If you don't do something to switch it up and change things up at least every 8 to 10 seconds, you're going to lose your listeners. Guaranteed, no questions asked. And I think they know that because they did a really good job of it. When they came to the guitar solo, they slowed down the tempo. They went into the halftime, and then on top of that, they slowed it down. They actually decelerandoed. I'm curious as to why. I mean, it doesn't make sense that, not typically first when you're in the solo section, to do that. I mean, it's not the first time I've heard it. I've heard it done before, but it's rare. So why on the solo did they choose to decelerando? I don't know. Maybe in the comments someone could fill in the blank for me on that one. The whole song, the entire song, was D to A to B to G. D to A to B to G. For 12 minutes and 49 seconds. Now, it's a good thing they were playing with feel as much as they did. It's a good thing they were changing things up stylistically as much as they did. It's a good thing that they did everything they possibly could to add variation to this, because I'm telling you right now, if it had been 12 minutes and 49 seconds of D-A-B-G and they had played the exact same tempo, the exact same feel, the exact same style the whole time, I probably would have taken a gun, put it to my head, and pulled the trigger. That would have been extremely asinine, extremely boring, extremely repetitive, and to be perfectly honest with you, extremely pointless. So I'm really glad that was not the case. I'm really glad they did all the things they did to add variation. So, thank God. Is this a jam band? I'm just curious. I mean, I don't think it is, because here's the thing. Everybody in the crowd knew every single word. So this clearly is like one of their most popular songs. And everybody in the crowd knew it. And all the way through the song, the crowd was singing it. So I don't think they're a jam band. Then again, I could very well be wrong, and maybe they are. Maybe they are the next Grateful Dead. I don't know. Maybe they are the next Fish. I don't know. But I mean, it didn't. I kind of felt like it was, but the crowd's the one thing putting a question mark up there for me, because they knew every single word, like every single word. So can't do that with a jam. You know, you just can't. Let's see, what is okay. Last thing, their live show. A lot of crowd interaction. A lot of crowd interaction. I loved seeing that. That was a big help in their score. Believe me when I say that their score was greatly affected for the better because of that. It went up significantly because of all the crowd interaction they did. They had good stage presence. They had good stage energy. I saw people moving on the stage constantly. I saw great stage interaction. Crowd interaction was off the charts. Showmanship, didn't really see any showmanship per se. And production was extremely limited to just light. I will say, I have a deep appreciation for bands who don't have a gigantic, huge backdrop. So you can put people behind the stage, and the people behind the stage can actually see the band playing live. I'm glad they do that. I'm really glad. I'm starting to see more and more value in bands doing that when they play live, as opposed to having a great big huge backdrop that they use literally just for the purpose of throwing lights up on it. You know what I mean? Not even projection, just lights, color. If that's what you're gonna do, drop it, seriously, and fill the entire arena, fill the entire stadium, and get more sales from seats. I think that makes a lot more sense. Plus, when you do that, it does help keep the price point down on seats. Instead of paying, $80 per seat, maybe you'll only have to charge $65 per seat, because there will be more seats available. So I encourage bands, seriously, if all your backdrop is good for is just to throw lights up against it, drop it. Seriously, drop it. And fill your arena, man. I guarantee you the fans will appreciate it. Is this my cup of tea? Not really. No, this is never going on a playlist, I guarantee you. But at the same time, it was somewhat entertaining. It was very repetitive, but at the same time, it did have value. The crowd was obviously into it, very into it. Rabid crowd, and I love crowds like that. Shows me that this was one of the songs that everybody knows, everybody was enjoying it, everybody was having a good time. So, while it may not necessarily be my cup of tea, I can absolutely give respect and credit where credit is due and where respect is due, and these guys definitely earned it. They took a 12-minute and 49-second long song, and honest to God, how in the world they kept it from not sounding longer is completely due to the fact that they were changing up the feels, changing up the times, changing up the tempos, changing up the pacing, changing up the styles. I mean, that all kept me vested. Thank goodness. They were very smart in their songwriting when it came to the song about doing that. The instrumentation was really cool. It was a full-size band. You had an auxiliary percussionist, sax player, 2 guitar players, bass player. I think they had a keyboard player. I don't remember if they did or not. But I mean, it was a full-sounding band, so good kudos on them. And across the board, everybody did a fine job. I didn't hear anybody do a poor job or anybody that stuck out like a sore thumb. The blend was nice. The mix was nice. Everything sounded really good. So across the board, 7.4 is a really good score. And that is the score I feel they deserve. Now, there may be some new people to the channel who have no idea about that, and they may be under the impression that a 7.4 is a bad score. No, it's not. A bad score would be down to 1s and 2s and 0s. 0s is tragic. You don't want a 0, trust me. I'll take a 1 over a 0. But no, a 7.4 is not a bad score at all. It's actually a really good score. Now, if you don't believe me, that's okay. Scroll down a little bit into the video description. You're going to find my scoring system chart there. You're looking for 7.0 to 7.9. What does that say? It says really good. This is right in the middle of that grading scale, so it's right in the middle of the really goods. Not bad for the first time on the channel, let me tell you. So 7.4, I feel good with that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So 7.4, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.